When you think of legacy, what comes to mind? Alexander Hamilton once said, "Legacy is like planting seeds in a garden that you never get to see." The word legacy was her name. Before the sun would come up, Legacy would steal a moment of her sleep in order to practice tennis before her father would wake up and hide her racket and scold her once again. Before her father woke up, it was a time of peace, of tranquility, a little pocket of time during her day where she could catch a glimpse of her dream, a dream that would never turn into reality. After all, she had to take care of the children. Legacy and her father worked at an orphanage. They ran the orphanage, and these children relied on them for their livelihood and well-being. These children were either too poor or they lost their parents at a young age. And so you can imagine they took a lot of maintenance. And so this was Legacy's full-time job, and so was her father's. However, with her father growing older by the day, weaker by the day, he had to look to Legacy soon to take over. However, Legacy had a fire within her that persisted, an unquenchable desire for more, for something, perhaps tennis, that she wanted to pursue. And she couldn't see herself living a future and continuing her father's legacy in the orphanage. She just couldn't imagine a future without tennis. And so this pocket of time in the morning between everyone sleeping and children waking up and her father waking up was the most precious time of day to her. She lived in poverty. And so you can imagine when she heard about the national tournament that she could have a chance to attend, if she won, would be able to provide for her father, provide for the orphanage, to where they didn't have to worry about the rent anymore, to where they didn't have to worry about any expenses anymore. Of course she was intrigued. But intrigued to what degree? Legacy was ambitious. So ambitious to the point where she defied her father in order to take the risk. Legacy and the Queen is a novel by Kobe Bryant that, like his life, highlights the importance of taking risk. Because without risk, there is no story. Without risk, there is no possibility of reward. Legacy's story is a high-risk, high-reward story. Her father was against it, but she snuck out on a caravan heading to the national tournament that day. To go against those you love, in order to give them what they need and take the risk, that is what Legacy and the Queen is about. Legacy and the Queen teaches that your path will never be straight. Legacy did not have a clear path to pursue, a clear goal in mind. All she knew is she loved tennis and she cared for her father and she wanted to provide for it. But her father didn't even support it. Yet she took the risk anyway. This was not a clear path. It was twisted. She could have easily made the wrong decision. And had she, it could have easily gone the other way. She could have failed and ended up not even making it past the first round of the tournament. She would have to have gone home empty-handed to an angry father and lost time, lost money. I relate to this a lot, as me leaving to the States and away from my family in order to chase a dream. It's scary too. But I'm taking the risk because without a risk, I won't have a story. Without a risk, there is no possibility of a reward. The book reminds me of a quote that I had forgotten long ago. Smooth seas don't make skilled sailors. And there is no such thing as a smooth sea in life. Smooth seas don't make skilled sailors. And in order to become a skilled sailor, you have to face a certain amount of adversity, a certain amount of tidal waves, tsunamis, face them head on. Even when the path isn't clear, there is a path that you have to choose, that you have to take, and you can't be afraid of making the wrong one. Just like Legacy fearlessly chose one path, put all her faith into it, and ended up succeeding. She took the risk, got the reward, and the rest is history.